Toward Adventureland in Lenox, Alabama, July the 5th, 2023. Tonight, Whack an Atheist, the Khan Academy going to get it again. We're trying to get some science, some real science and knowledge, and knock some sense into the head of these who have this wild imagination that we all came from a rock. Evolution is the dumbest religion and most dangerous religion in the world. That's my humble, correct opinion about the topic. Okay, let's see. We believe God ought to get the glory for his creation. We're on Rumble at Ken Hovind Official. We're on Genesis Baptist Church on YouTube, on Odyssey, and a whole bunch of places. You can see them on drdino.com. Our ministry has a couple big needs right now. As you know, we don't charge anything. We don't copyright my videos. We let people come here for free. We're broke. We need some help, okay? The mini excavator has a broken front wheel. I called all over the place. I said, how much are these? Laszlo found one in England for what, $3,000 plus $10 million shipping. A friend of mine up in Montgomery said, Brother Hovind, I can get anything for you. He said, but it's $3,000 just for that front track wheel that holds the track on. The one that's on there is irreparable, gone, shot. So $3,000. And our ministry, we use side-by-sides all the time for our tours around here. Our Kawasaki engine had a warp in the block. And a guy down in Florida said, I can plane it for you, but it's going to cost $3,000 to rebuild the engine. I can get you a rebuilt one for $2,000 already rebuilt. I said, oh, okay. So, but we don't have either one, two or three. So if you want to help us get a new engine for the Kawasaki Mule, give tours. We still would like either a long-reach excavator or the swamp. What do they call that thing? The dredge. You saw the Dino dredge. That's pretty cool. Well, either one's about $50,000 though, right? So if you want to help us with that, got some money sitting around. This one sold in Mobile for $60,000. That would have been perfect with the wide tracks. Yeah. Oh well. Even Rex couldn't get that one stuck, could you? When I do the tour now, I stop at the machine that's stuck. I say, we're not going to mention Rex's name, but one of our guys drove it too close to the mud, sucked them right in. Okay, tonight, July the 5th. We got to find you a wife, Rex. Calm you down, okay? Let's see. Whack an Atheist Wednesday is a fun game we play here at Dinosaur Adventureland. It's based on the whack-a-mole game. In the whack-a-mole game, the object is when the mole sticks his head up, whack him back down, okay? Whack-a-mole is fun and fast, and you whack them down with a hammer. Small children learn to love whack-a-mole game, and even adults love to whack them back down, whack-a-mole, okay? Whack an atheist, we wait for an atheist to stick his head up and make a silly claim that his evolution religion is true, and it's not. And then sweetly and swiftly whack him back down with real science in Christian love, of course. We've whacked lots of atheists. A few have learned to keep their head down and stop making silly claims. Others are a little more hard-headed, and we're going to have to keep whacking them. So I really enjoy whack-a-mole. The winner tonight, the Khan Academy. Look at this. The Khan Academy has 5 employees and $10 million in funding. What are we doing wrong here? We got 35 people work here and about $50 in funding. I got to get a hold of these guys. Let's see. Khan Academy. Saul Khan, the founder and CEO of Khan Academy, nonprofit mission for providing free world-class education. And they do a good job in many subjects. But when it comes to evolution, I'm going to have to whack you, Saul, and I'll debate you and your whole Academy crew any day. Call Standing for Truth. I challenge all of you to a debate, simultaneous. Same time. I get half the time. One topic at a time. You go first. What's the best evidence for evolution? You gave one tonight. I'm going to share with everybody. You said the fact that animals have similar 4-limb structures is evidence for evolution. Let me play a little bit of him talking about that right here and come over to this one and click something.
We've done many videos on Khan Academy on evolution and natural selection explaining them, but I thought I would do a video going a little bit more in depth in evidence for evolution and natural selection.
Good, good.
And I'm starting with this quote, nothing in biology makes sense except in light of evolution. This is
okay, Saul, the fact that this guy said that does not make it true. It's true he said it, but what he said is not true. You can say all kinds of things. So, well, pink elephants can fly. Making a statement doesn't make it true. This Dobzhinsky guy was wrong. Nothing in biology makes sense without believing in creation. Just because some famous guy says something doesn't make it true. Grow up.
By Theodis Dobzhansky, who's a famous biologist. He's passed away now. And what he's saying is absolutely true. And this is why it's so important to appreciate the evidence for evolution and natural selection and to understand them. Because before the theory of evolution, biology was just about observation and classification without having a cohesive narrative for how all of this came about.
No. They had a great narrative. God designed everything. And all these, the people look at the amazing design of anything from a mosquito to a whale and say, wow, this is designed. They had a cohesive narrative, Saul. Don't say they didn't. You guys came along and corrupted it with your stupid religion of evolution. That's what happened. This fires me up, man. Okay.
And since Darwin had come up with this theory in the mid-19th century, we've had far more tools to back it up beyond just the observations we had up until that point.
Okay, again, you are lying or stupid, okay? There are no observations to back up evolution. Every farmer in the history of the world has noticed his cows always make baby cows, and his ducks always make baby ducks. There are no exceptions. Darwin polluted all of biology. He didn't help anything. His theory is stupid. Tell him I said so when you see him in hell if you're going there, okay?
We have our tools around dating in the fossil record.
You don't have any tools from dating to help your evolution theory. Telling how old a fossil is does not mean it evolved into something else. If you find a bone in the dirt that you don't know it had any children, and you sure don't know it had different children, and why do you give bones in the dirt the power to do something no animal alive today can do? No animal today can produce anything other than their kind. How come the bones had this magic power? And fossil records, Sal, there is no fossil record. There are fossils, bazillions of them. They came from the flood of Noah. None of the fossils we find in the ground have a date on them, and none of them talk. None of them. You are putting your interpretation on them. Darwin did not provide you any more tools for your dumb religion.
Which gives us much more evidence. We have our tools of microbiology and genetics, which could...
Well, using those words, microbiology and genetics, might impress somebody. What exactly does that show for evolution? Microbiology, studying the little microscopic things now, all it shows is they're amazingly designed. Sal, the hair on a bacteria has attached to a motor that turns 100,000 RPM and lets that bacteria swim through his little world, the equivalent of a human swimming through peanut butter at 60 miles an hour. That's a powerful engine. And you think it happened by chance? And you can fit 8 million of those engines, those little bacteria flagellum motors, on a period on a page. 8 million of them. And you think it happened by chance. You guys are certifiably stupid. I'll show you in a minute.
Is this easy?
You're amazing. You don't want to...
Just a theory? Well, it's about as strong as theories get.
No, it's about as stupid as theories get. It's all stupid.
Biology as we know it and all of the progress we've made in biology, frankly, wouldn't make any sense and probably would not have happened.
Oh, come on, would not have happened. Medical science was doing just fine, advancing all the time, and Darwin didn't help a thing. And you're quoting this Dobzhinsky again as if that makes it sacred. Well, Dobzhinsky said it. Whoa, it got to be true. He lied or he was stupid.
Now, I'm going to broadly go into 3 types of evidence in this video for evolution and natural selection.
Good. I've been asking all you atheists, where's the evidence? I agree, natural selection happens. It selects. It doesn't create anything. It selects things to survive. Quit giving it creative power. So I'm going to take just one of his evidences tonight. We may have to whack them again and again. Only going to have time for one tonight. Here's this apparently, he put it first. I'm going to assume that's the best evidence he's got for evolution.
The first is structural. And these are the types of things that folks like Darwin would have observed, that people have been observing in biology for a long time, but evolution and natural selection starts to make a lot more sense of it.
No, it doesn't. The structural similarities of animals does not prove evolution. Could prove the same designer made them. Darwin didn't help at all, and structure is not any evidence for evolution. I'll show you in a minute.
And here we're talking about the macrostructure, things that we can, for the most part, observe with our eyes or with a very simple microscope. The next level is what we've learned really over the last 100 or so years.
Okay, let's just stick to the macro homology argument he's going to make here. He says, because the animals have similar four-limb structures, let's see, where are we? Right here. He says they've got similar forelimb structures. Look at that. The whale's got two bones in his flipper called the radius and the ulna. The humans have two bones in their wrist, the radius and the ulna. And so does the giraffe, and so does the penguin. And that proves a common ancestor? No, I'm sorry. Oh, hang on. I got to get to the other one now. Got too many things going here. Whack an atheist. Let's see. Alt-DV 1600. Okay. The evidence for evolution they always give in all the textbooks is homologous structures. Homo meaning same. Homologous structures. Okay? Look at that. The forelimb of the bird, the dolphin, the human are similar. Yeah. And that proves common ancestor? No. Homologous structures prove common designer. Look, homologous structure is an example of an organ or bone that appears in different animals underlying anatomical commonalities, demonstrating descent from a common ancestor. This is stuff the kids have to put up with every day. In other words, it's when very different animals have bones that appear similar in form or function and seem to be related. Only in names, they seem to be designed to me. Okay, let's see. Homologies in the following photos of plants and leaves are quite different from the normal leaves, like the pitcher plant, the Venus flytrap. I agree. Okay. Evolutionary theory predicts that related organisms will share similarities that are derived from common ancestors. Okay, Sal. Creation predicts that God is really smart and everything he does is designed and amazing. And there might be similarities because it's good design and it works. A lot of vehicles have round tires. Motorcycles do, skateboards do, trucks do. What does that prove? It's a good design, it works. Homologies can be revealed by comparing the anatomies of different living things, looking at cellular similarities and differences, studying embryological development. Don't use that one, please. That's been alive for 150 years. Leave that one out. And studying vestigial structures. Vestigial structures, I mean, you don't need something anymore. Losing something is not evidence for how you got everything. Unless you want to go to Las Vegas, try that theory there. Okay, let's see. Evidence of evolution, homology. What evidence exists to support the idea that life on Earth has evolved its diversity through a long process of descent with modification? Homology, similar structures. One of the most powerful forms of evidence is homology. If you're taking class at Miami University, get your money back. If they're teaching this, they're stupid. Tell them I said so. I'll debate all of them at the same time. Okay? Look at that. The humans and the alligator and the penguin and the bat, all of them have a humerus, a radius, a ulna, carpals, metacarpals, phalanges. What does that prove? Common ancestor? No, common designer. But this is argument used in all the biology textbooks I've ever seen. Best evidence for evolution, homology. Look at the forelimbs. Wow, two bones. It's a good design. You can twist. How many of you like having two bones where you can twist your arm around and move stuff around, pick stuff up and scratch your back? Yeah, you like it? I do too. Okay, good. All right. Essential biology. Whoa. For evidence of a common ancestor. Homology, the forelimbs of vertebrates are all homologous structures with different appearance and function that all derive from the same body part. No, they don't. They come from the same designer. Critically thinking. A seal's flipper and a human arm have different functions. What evidence might help to show that both structures evolved from the forelimb of a common ancestor? That's not thinking critically. That's being brainwashed. It's like me asking the question, kids, why are elephants orange? Now tell me now. They're not orange, teacher. Oh, you're not allowed to say that. Just tell me why they're orange. That's what they're doing here. Well, how might this help prove they had a common ancestor? Why don't you say, does this help prove they have a common ancestor? No, no, no. How does this prove is the way you ask it. Okay. Commonality suggests these and other vertebrate animals are all related. Probably had a common ancestor. There it is. Common ancestor. The bones develop from different genes in different organisms. Evolutionists cannot explain this and seldom discuss it. Yes, they're similar, but they're very different genes in the chromosome. You guys don't talk about that, do you? Let's see. Basic body parts. Irish textbook. It's taught all over the place. Latvia, when I was over there, I look at the Latvian textbook. They teach this in all the languages that I've seen. Push evolution, lie. Similar design might prove the same designer made them. See, the lug nuts from a Pontiac will fit on a Chevy. Go try it. That proves they both evolved from a skateboard. So I did some research myself today. I like to do, I'm a research scientist, you know. All these items are round. They must be related. I'd like to do more research, but I need a government grant, about $12 million. Please send it to 488 Pearl Lane, Repton, Alabama, 36475, please, okay? Aren't they all round? Doesn't that prove something? Look at that. All these animals are fast. They must be related. Yep. The ostrich and the shark and the hummingbird. Anybody can see the similarity there. Hello. All these animals lay eggs. Let's see, the frog, the turtle, the centipede, got to be related. If you don't believe a centipede and a frog have a same ancestor, something's wrong with you. They both lay eggs, you know, all of them do. Let's see. All these animals live a long time. They got to be related. I'd like to do more research. I need about 24 million to finish this project, okay? I have my own research laboratory. Let's see. All these animals are green. Would you look at that? The grasshopper, the moray eel, and the Luna moth, and the red-eyed tree frog, and the European green lizard, and the green darner dragonfly, and the glorious scarab. All of them are green. That, I believe, proves a common ancestor. So I need about 30 million to finish that research, okay? Let's see. All these animals burrow in the ground. That's proof they're related. Let's see, what do we got? There's a rabbit, the armadillo. You know why the chicken crossed the road? To prove to the armadillo it could be done. Let's see, the burrowing owl. Look at all these animals that burrow in the ground. Got to be related. That proves a common ancestor, doesn't it? How about these? All these animals have no eyes. The blind salamander, the star-nosed mole, the cave wolf spider, the blind catfish. That proves a common ancestor, I think. I need to do more research. I need about 40 million to finish that project because I'd have to travel a lot. Yeah, okay. All these animals are blue. They got to be related. I'd like to do more research. The blue jay and the blue sea star, I'm having a hard time figuring out how they exactly are related since one has feathers and one doesn't. They both have 5 arms except for the blue jay, and they got to be related. So I need about 40 million to finish that research. Let's see. All these animals eat snakes. That proves they're related. Let's see, the mongoose and the snake eagle. If you can't see the similarity between an eagle and a mongoose, I can't help you. They both have hair except for the eagle. They both have feathers except for the mongoose. I mean, come on, guys. Give me 40 million. I'll finish the research on this and get a doctor's degree in all this, right? Okay, let's see. All these animals are yellow. They got to be related. And I'd like to do more research, but I need a government grant, 48 million. Joe, if I got 48 million, would that help me get the computer I need to finish research on this? Yes, sir. Could you get a pretty nice computer for 48 million? Make it happen. Okay, let's see. All these animals have claws. Whoa, now that proves they're related. You know, I need more research. I need a government grant. I think 52 million, that's my guess. I might have to come back for more, so don't be shocked, okay? There's a lot of animals with claws, and I got to read. Pink flamingo between the flamingo and the mole. I can't help you. I mean, obviously, but by the time I'm done writing my book, you'll believe they're related. They're both pink, okay? All these animals have scales. Wow, pangolin, fish, butterflies. Did you know butterflies and fish are related? They both have scales. I think if I had $100 million grant, I could finish the research on that and prove it. Okay. All these animals have big eyes. Whoa, what do we got here? Can't read them, but they got big eyes. Google it yourself. Animals with big eyes. So they got to be related. They have to be. Can't you see this? Can't you see the homology argument here, Sal? I need about 200 million. You guys get 10 million to tell people you came from a rock. I want 200 million to prove everything's related. Let's see. These animals all live in the forest. Man, the elephant and the badger and the beetle. Now, it's obvious, the beetle and the elephant. I mean, come on, look at them. They're both big except for the beetle. They both have a hard shell except for the elephant. I mean, they got to be related. Look at the homology. They're all living in the forest. Ooh, look at this. All these animals are white. Yeah, they got to be related. If you can't see how an Arctic fox and a white butterfly are related, I can't help you. They can both fly except for the fox, okay? Not a problem. I need to do some research on this. About 400 million ought to finish that one. All these animals are stupid. The dumbest animals in the world. Let's see. The panda, the turkey, the ostrich, The giraffe, look at, they got them listed as the dumbest animals. I've already done the research on this. I don't need a government grant. At the top of the stupid pile are people who think they came from a rock and are related to strawberries and flowers and worms. These right here are the ones who believe in evolution, and there's a lot more, including you, Sal. You're going to be on this chart here one of these days because you believe you came from a rock, don't you? And you want to teach that to children. The Bible says the fool said in his heart, there's no God. They would like to, let's see, every one of them is gone back. They're together, become filthy. There's none that doeth good, no, not one. God is going to be the judge one of these days. And you folks that are teaching this dumb religion are fools. You're at the top of the pile of the dumbest animals if you believe in evolution, okay? Here's their thoughts from homology. Many animals have similar four-limb structure. That's a good observation. You're right, they do. Many animals are white. Many are pink. Many are yellow. Many are blue. Many are green. So what? Then you say they must have had a common ancestor. Oh, whoa, whoa, now that's a bad conclusion. You had a good observation and a bad conclusion. Your logic is flawed here, Sal. So this helps prove we all came from a rock. Oh, now that's a really bad conclusion. I don't know how to help you guys. I'm going to try. But if I can't help you, I'm going to try to stop some of your followers from following somebody dumb enough to believe they came from a rock. Sal, open challenge anytime. I'll take you on and your whole Khan Academy on this evolution topic. Bring it on. Sweetly, in Christian love. So pay attention. Evolution is stupid. Wake up, wake up. Okay, any questions or comments? Dr. Oven, come to the Philippines. Been watching you for years. I'd love to see you on stage. I'll come by Skype. I can do that tomorrow, can't I? Yeah. I don't travel much anymore. I like to sit right here and reach a bunch of people with the camera and Skype and go home across the street. I got to walk 100 feet to go to work. It's terrible. Okay? That's it. Thank you. So all you atheists and evolutionists, bring it on. Take all. I'm sick of this. Brother, I'm going to take off the gloves. Brother Meister, you're a Marine. When I came of age to go to get drafted, I had to sign up for the draft. That was the Vietnam War. I said, Lord, I don't want to go there. You got a bunch of dumb politicians running this one. I praise God for the people who went and defended our country, but there were some stupid politicians running that one. I said, I'll go if you draft me, but I ain't going to volunteer for that. So I drew draft number 212 or something. I said, okay, praise God. Didn't have to go. But I'm ready to take off the gloves on this evolution stuff. You guys are destroying the lives of children and adults. You're destroying our country. The founders of this country yesterday did a declaration. Said, we hold these truths to be self-evident. All men are created equal. They're endowed by their creator with certain unalienable rights. Where do rights come from? The creator. The foundation of this country is creation. Darwin did nothing but mess it up. Darwin theory is the foundation for communism, socialism, Marxism, Nazism. It's dumb. It's dangerous. Get my video series, $50, 18 hours, and get DVD number 5, The Dangers of Evolution. That's the ones they don't like. That's right there. When they came and arrested me, they said, get every DVD number 5 you can find. They searched the house, took all the DVD number 5 about the dangers of evolution. Watch that video and you'll see why. Okay. All right. Any questions or comments from here? Thank you so much. We got lots of projects going on. Come down and help us if you're bored. See you tomorrow. Bye.